see a guy walking towards us on the other side of the street. With this light, it could be looking quite nice. But he's just stopped at the vending machine. If I try to analyze the scene, the light is nice, the street is quite cute, but the problem is how the light is hitting the side of this street. There's no clear light patches or anything like that that could serve as a good and large enough backdrop to place a subject on. But anyway, I think the scene looks nice. So now there's a taxi. It's a pretty traditional and old Japanese house surrounded by these more modern buildings. Kind of like this scene. I come here purposely at an angle and placing this building on the right side, even though it blocks a little bit the view on this old house. I think it works well. We have the little car in front of it, so it adds a little bit more of a storytelling element. What if we get a bit closer, trying to eliminate that other car from the composition? Yeah, I think it's nice. Oh, we're onto something here too. The light is coming from the side. On the street I am, like, there's a big building here that creates a shadow, so we are in the shadow. There's a light tray on the streets perpendicular to the one I'm on. And if we have someone walking here in the light, I think it could make a pretty nice photo. We have the cute little storefront here on the right. You see, in a situation like this, with my back button focusing method, like, I can just focus once and don't have to worry again about my focus. But if I wait like this with my camera facing down and suddenly someone appears, the camera will take a little time to readjust the exposure, which can be quite frustrating. So what I do is that I lock my focus, of course, but I also lock my exposure. So here, in a situation where it's likely that I have to wait for quite long, I can just wait with my camera facing down. I don't have to hold it and get my arm and my shoulder tired during all this time. So I can just casually wait here. My camera is fully set up, and now it's just the waiting game. He was at the intended area in the frame, but the problem is that his position is quite weird, so yeah, it's not a very good shot. This is really a situation where I think the Zeiss 35mm is superior to my beloved and cheap Samyang 35 2.8. Here it's backlit and there's way less ghosting than the Samyang. I think it's really what takes them apart. Like, the Samyang is perfect for its price in almost any situation, apart from the harsh backlit shooting into the sun. And for that, I think I'll definitely keep the Samyang, even more expensive. I can justify that because it is probably, it was my most used lens last year, and I know that I'm gonna keep using it a lot for the foreseeable future. So yeah, shooting the same street but from the opposite side, and maybe we have another composition that works. Here I also use this barrier fence kind of thing to add a little foreground leading line kind of thing. There should be a way to complement that with a subject. or a taxi. I like this little house with the lights coming from the other side. Here we are not on a properly backlit situation. It's more because the sun is not showing in our frame, so it is more cold, like shooting shadow side. I really like this little meat shop, and we have the light coming here, creating a pocket of light that could light our subject from the back. So could look pretty interesting. I think I have to step a little bit more on the left. Yes, I finally got what I wanted. I found another, this time horizontal composition that works, I think. I just took a B-roll shot of this other composition on this meat shop and actually noticed that it's working quite well. So here we have this little flag from this parking lot that serves as a foreground element that blocks the left side of the frame. And now, just like this, we can wait for a subject to walk by the shutter of this store that's now closed. And best of all, like, it's really right where the light is hitting, so we have a very nice and clear subject separation, just like this. I think I'm pretty happy with that shot already, but here, even though there's plenty of light, I purposely shoot at f2.8 to have this the flag a little bit more blurry. I actually don't think someone else will step into our frame, so I'm happy with the shot I got earlier. I'll wait maybe one other minute. Someone walking now. So here I like this row of trees, nicely hit by the light. Recently I've been focusing on doing these kind of videos in the streets, showing what and how I shoot with live commentary, and you seem to like them, so I'm super happy about that. For me, it is also a good motivation to spend more time outside, shooting more and accumulating new photography experience points, going through fresh on-field experiences and getting new anecdotes about photography that I want to expand and develop further into some more scripted videos in the future. I know that my writing skills have never been the best, but thanks to a platform called Skillshare, I can actualize my goal of becoming a better writer. Skillshare is the largest online community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry pros across writing, film, design, freelance, productivity, and a lot more. And like I said before, going forward, I'm eager to improve on my writing skills, and especially I'm willing to find ways to incorporate it in my daily habits so I can improve consistently over a long period of time. I also want my writing to be a good representation of who I am, making it personal, and it happens that Skillshare has exactly what I'm looking for: a class about how to create a successful writing habit and one about creative personal writing. Skillshare made it very easy to find them because all the classes are categorized by areas, and you can also use the search bar to type anything and find what you are looking for. If you are not exactly sure where to start from, you can also opt for a learning pass. Learning pass are hand-picked classes meant to be taken in order that build on one another, reinforcing lessons. They are available in a range of experience levels from beginner to advanced, and there is a variety of categories. I know the importance of a good email marketing strategy for a successful online business, but I just never really knew where to start from, so I will take on this learning path called Start From Zero to build a winning email marketing strategy. The really great thing about Skillshare is that you can set yourself a particular goal and then let the platform guide you through a well-designed hierarchy of smaller goals that keep you committed to the process and leading you to achieving those goals sooner than expected. So if you're interested to trade, click the link in the description. The first 500 people to click the link will receive a 1 month free trial of Skillshare. And thank you Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Building of the big post office here in Hiroshima, and kind of like these 4 little red cars belonging to the post office. So now that this car moved, I'm gonna take a picture of these little red cars. As simple as that. Trying to find a way to compose that shot. I like how the light is hitting the building, is parking. It's still missing something. If we have a nice car passing on the street, it could look nice, I think. Yeah, I really like this little tree, nicely hit by the light coming from the side, and I think this will be the subject of my picture. I don't care about anyone being in the frame, and I use this wall as a foreground to simplify the scene and give it a slight angle, like a little Dutch tilt. And I think it works quite well. It's always the case when you're dealing with foreground, since it's pretty close to the camera, like a few centimeters of more on the left or more on the right can have a big effect on the final picture. So it's a game of figuring out what works best. Here we have a very simple street. I focused on the buildings in the background. I think I will make a very centered, symmetrical composition. We have someone walking his dog, but the street is in the shadow, so he's getting lost in the dark. I like this green looking thing. Don't know if we can do something here. Like, first of all, I like the color and the shape of it, and due to the light, the interesting shape, like rounded shape, creates the shadow on the wall. So we have this interesting shape twice, which makes the photo more interesting. I like this cone. It's a bright red, orange kind of color, and I like the shadow from this lamppost casting on the wall. Definitely not an award-winning photo, but I like it. Okay, I noticed this staircase attached to this what looks to be some sort of a temple or shrine, and definitely I want to focus on the staircase that I find interesting, and we are lucky to have a nice patch of light where a subject can stand out just like this. So here what I find interesting first was that the building on the other side was clearly hit by the light, but by coming closer I noticed that now there's a very interesting reflection of the building on the car. So what I can do is focus on the other side of the street, and then lock my exposure and recompose in a way to have a lot more emphasis on the reflection, just like this, finding a way that looks nice, and maybe waiting for someone to walk by the building to create a silhouette on the wall, just like this. I moved a little bit and now I'll just take a photo of the building straight on without the reflection, because from there the contrast is even bigger, so we can have a very high contrast scene where all the shadows will fall almost into oblivion, almost fully dark. Here I like the shadow of the tree casting on the building. I want to find a way to compose that as simple as possible. With the 35, I'm a bit far here, so there's the street and there's a lot of cars passing by. I have two options. Either I use the crop mode and lose a little bit of resolution, which I really don't mind, or I wait an opportunity with no car to stand on the street, but yeah, don't like that much this option, so I think, yeah, I'll go for the crop version of it.